Alrighty, so the news is here, and it looks like they are just continuing on with the early, patch notes. I'm completely fine with that. We did see last week that they were also doing early patch notes as well, even though the festival was over, so that's really great. Either way, moving on. 3-hour maintenance, pretty normal, so it is going to be on 9.5, which means that it should be out for a normal global patch for us, so 9.5 into 9.6, so it'll literally go live 12 a.m. my time Tuesday morning. So if you need to, I don't know, plug that into a calculator, like, whatever kind of clock that you have, or Google it to make sure that what time zone you're in or whatever, feel free to do so, because it's 9 p.m. PDT is when the maintenance is supposed to end. Could be extended. I know that a lot of the times for, collabs and festivals and stuff like that, it's normally kind of a bigger update. So I guess we'll see. But obviously, we are getting the ReZero collaboration, which is pretty big, pretty interesting. So yeah, if you want to see any of the upcoming content or anything like that, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. But let's hop into this thing. So obviously, we have two new characters. We have the Witch of Greed Echidna and the Master Swordsman Reinhard, who are both very interesting characters, both very, very good from what I've seen, but they are for some teams that you might not use on the normal, I guess, right now, because it seems like the meta at the moment is pretty heavy in, demons and angels. So you may have to end up using quite a bit of your materials and stuff like that to boost up these teams. I did make a video just earlier today, if you want to go check that video out, for, should you summon, and I kind of go over, the teams that you're going to kind of, or like, the pros and cons of summoning, because these characters are kind of specific to the teams that they run on. So yeah, there is a check-in event, of course, which is great. Special missions, collab story, which is always cool, which this time around we should be fighting, the Great Rabbit, which is pretty interesting if you've actually seen the anime for the show. I do kind of like this boss. It's actually pretty interesting, which it looks like tons of collab costumes. Okay, so they are bringing back the Betelgeuse. I don't know why they pronounce it like that in the anime, but Betelgeuse deathmatch is coming back as well, which is actually a really cool, interesting fight. I feel like the animations and stuff like that are really cool. So yeah, those are coming back. I'll try to make guides on this stuff within the first 2 days of the patch going live, because I also want to get out showcases for the characters and everything. And like, YouTube has a weird thing where if you upload too many videos in a day, it doesn't hit the algorithm right or whatever. So if I don't upload too many videos, I try not to upload too many videos on the first day of a patch. I try to spread it out a little bit more, but sometimes that's not the greatest option. I do like what they've done here on the forums, though. You can see obviously Echidna and Reinhard both looking very nice. These little previews that they're doing look a lot better than they normally do, I think. So very cool. We've already kind of went over their skills and stuff like that in previous videos, so obviously they're not here, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment. You will be able to engrave gear for them, of course. Coin shop also. If you pull 3 collab character coins, you can obviously trade them for any of the collab characters, which is really nice. I highly recommend, if you get a lot of, extra dupes or anything like that of characters and you're not planning on feeding them to the respective unit, Reinhard has a very, very interesting ult with the way that it scales, so I would probably recommend you invest into Reinhard over the other characters, unless you're just not planning on running Reinhard, whatever the case may be. If you want to go for Echidna, completely fine, just, do your own thing. The Holy Relics for the characters are very interesting, because obviously each time a collab sort of gets a rerun, the Holy Relics are a big point of discussion, because they're old characters. We get new stuff for them to kind of help bring them back into the meta a little bit. And I have to say, the old relics for the older characters really aren't too great. I don't know, they're okay, they're not bad, but I don't know, they're not anything groundbreaking. So let's go over them in order. We have Echidna first, who increases the hero's damage dealt to debuffed enemies by 35% and decreases damage taken by 15%. So that's obviously good, makes her a little bit more tanky if you use her infect card, or if you have another character on your team who already debuffs, which the unknown team is known to debuff. You can definitely use those skills before you attack, get a little bit more damage off. That's great. Reinhard increases the hero's max HP by 6% and increases crit chance by 4% each time allies use skills, which is really good for him because max HP is what his attacks use to scale his damage. So obviously using your teammates' attacks and stuff like that first might be in your best interest if you want to get max stacks for the Holy Relic before you attack with him. And then you get a little bit of extra crit chance as well, so that way you get big crits, big damage. Very, very cool. Amelia's is one that everybody was scared about, and it increases the hero's damage dealt to frozen enemies by 100%, which is good that her Holy Relic isn't like super broken, but it really didn't do much for her. Even if it was just like a boost stats or something like that, it probably would have been a little bit more helpful, because people use the freeze to sort of stall for a turn or break a stance or whatever the case may be there. And her card, like her other card, is a dissolve, and unless you're planning on freezing and then ulting somebody to do like double damage, that dissolve card's not going to do a whole lot of damage. So this ended up being kind of a flop, not really all that great of a relic. I'm glad that it wasn't super OP busted, because Amelia was really annoying to deal with when she first came out, when the collab first came around. So I'm happy to see it, but at the same time I feel like it could have been something that at least helped with CC, or I don't know. This is okay, it's just not good really. Rim increases the hero's basic stats by 10% for each ally of the same race on the battlefield. So obviously unknown. You're going to be running pretty much a full unknown team anytime you use a lot of these characters anyway, except for Reinhardt, of course. And it's okay. I've seen some footage of it so far. It seems like it's not great, kind of mid. She's a really good character when it comes to PvE content for doing like big damage and stuff like that in those regards. But for PvP, she seems to be a little lacking. But I mean, obviously she still does good damage and everything, but I don't know. You can test it out for yourself if you really want to. Yeah, moving on, we have Rom, who increases the hero's attack-related stats by 30% when the hero uses a rupture skill. I think this is probably the biggest shaft of all of these, because unfortunately, Rom is a backline character that you use in the sub slot, and they gave her a Holy Relic that only activates whenever you enter battle. And you're not really trying to use the character much, if at all, so having her in the backline is ideal, because she's buffing unknown stats. I think it's basic stats. And, buffing her rupture skill, which is not really all that great to begin with, is just not really what you want to see. I was hoping that it would be, maybe something else to help with the sub slot or whatever the case may be. It looks kind of cool, and it gives her like these really cool little like green sort of wings on her back, which are also pretty neat. But I don't know, pretty useless relic. I don't know how much stats it gives you or anything like that, but with this relic being as bad as it is, I'm planning on using the original green Merlin for my back slot instead. I'm probably not going to power up my Rom past level 90 at the moment, just because I don't know, this just wasn't it really. Beatrice got probably the best relic. It would be the best relic if she was actually a decent character, but it increases the hero's crit chance and crit damage by 80%, which is what you would normally want to see for any other unit in the game. But she is basically just a unit that is all about healing your allies with damage dealt, because she has like a lifesteal skill, and I want to say her other one is Despair. I'm not positive on that. I'm actually not too sure, because I've really never even used the character before. I have her, but she was bad when the collab first came around, and she's definitely not very good now. So I'm not falling for any of the clickbait or anything like that. I don't care how much people say like, oh wow, Beatrice is so much better now. I'm not powering up Beatrice. You cannot convince me otherwise. So yeah. New bundles, of course, if you want to buy diamonds or anything at the moment from the diamond shop, they're going to, some of the bundles are going to come with tickets, which might be what you're interested in, because this is a pretty big collab. You might want to try to pull as many copies of some of the characters as possible. Obviously, some bundles here. There is obviously a SSR guaranteed ticket, which is going to give you one copy of a random collab character. I have to be careful with the way that it's worded. I don't want to seem like I don't want it to seem like you get one of each or a specific character or anything like that. It can be any of the 6 characters, so you could potentially use this and pull Beatrice, which would be absolutely devastating. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this bundle's normally around $24-ish US. So I'm not really planning on buying this because I think it would be very much a gamble, I guess. So not super interested. The costume enhanced bundles coming back, which is good. Collab diamond bundles are here. I'm sure these are probably like the normal prices. This one's probably $80. This one's probably $40. I don't know. They're kind of expensive, but if you need the diamonds, I guess go for it. Collab supporting player bundle, which is fine, I guess. You get some materials and everything, and then collab starter bundle. I don't know if anybody's really going to want that one. System updates. Grace details. When you set an association hero with Grace, the Grace details will be displayed. That's actually really nice. I'm kind of glad that they've done that. They're just giving some quality of life here. Added by multiple in shops, so that is cool. Now you can buy more than one item at a time. Subscription bundle banner. When the shortcut of the subscription bundle is selected, you will now be directed to the conditional and subscription section of the to purchase weekly and monthly bundles. That's fine, I guess. Improved design for petrify and freeze effect. Not exactly sure what they mean by that. If you have any info on that, let me know, I guess, because there's literally no extended info there. Added register all to hero enhance potions, so that'll speed up enhancing characters, I guess, which is fine. Improved register all for super awakening coins, so now you can pick specific coins that you want to apply, and then it'll just do it all on its own instead of having to click it over and over again. I guess that's fine. I feel like it didn't really take too long to click through that kind of thing, but whatever. Improved eat a dish. Now you can just go ahead and go to kitchen here or complete now. So when you tap on the eat a dish from the team setup screen and choose a dish, you will have the option to select go to kitchen and complete now. Okay, that's okay. Well, alrighty then. Improve the button for cooking. The number of servings will now increase/decrease when you tap and hold the minus and plus servings. That's fine. Added a scroll function to Balor's Evil Eye, which the last time that they talked about Balor's Evil Eye, I was like, what even is that? But that is actually the name of when you click down on a character and it pulls up all of their like extended information, like their stats and stuff like that. So it looks like they're making that a little bit easier to deal with, and you can scroll up and down on the descriptions and stuff, which is cool, I guess. Improve the display, so that's cool. Improve the display of the artifact card set bonuses. That's kind of nice because they were a little like weird to look at sometimes. New events. Check-in event, of course. You're going to get a free copy of ROM here on the check-in event, which is really nice. And the special missions, I'm sure they'll show that later, you get a free copy of RIM. So what that means is if you're summoning on the banner and you pull one extra copy of a character, say you get Echidna and a copy of Beatrice if you already have Beatrice, so that way it would be a coin. By the time you finish the check-in event and the special missions and everything, you'll have 3 coins in your inventory, which means you could just use those to buy Reinhardt if you really wanted to. So be aware that you are getting 2 free characters if you don't already have them, and 2 coins if you do already have them, so you can potentially use those in the coin shop. So kind of plan your summons, I guess, around that if you want to. Free diamonds and super awakening coins and SSR pendants, which is always welcome. I would love to have those, of course. Obviously we're getting new collaboration costumes for the new units. They are bringing out 3 new costumes, one for Rom, one for Amelia, and one for Beatrice. There's not one for Rim because they're actually giving that one away in one of the events. I'm not positive if it's the bunny or the Great Rabbit event, or if it's going to be the Beetlejuice deathmatch battle event, but one of those gives out a free UR outfit for Rim, which is really nice because that'll be my set of 5th cosmetics for her, which means I don't have to buy a whole lot of other stuff, because I think Rom already had technically 5 cosmetics in each category for some reason, not positive why. So I'm literally only going to have to buy the 2 UR cosmetics for the new characters and the one for Amelia if I really want the characters that I want. Not worried about Beatrice. I didn't buy her cosmetics relics the first time around. Not planning to this time either. Sorry for all the hate. She's a cool character. I actually liked her in the show, but bad in Grand Cross. Returning costumes, of course, all of the costumes that they came out with the first time around, so you can buy those if you need to. The special missions are here. This is where you're going to get your free copy of Rim, and you'll get a free multi's worth of summoning tickets for the banner, which is great. Event details, so yeah, you can go to the little banner up there to go to any of the events or anything like that, kind of like they do with the festivals. Event rewards, you're going to get 2 holy relics worth of materials there. There is going to be a bingo event going on, so you'll collect tickets and stuff like that as you play. All of the bingo rewards, it looks like you'll get 2 more relic boxes off of the bingo, and this is actually where you get the free set for Rim, along with some other just normal kind of rewards. And then it looks like the Great Rabbit and Beetlejuice stuff is next. Clear count for, I'm assuming this is the Great Rabbit. You'll get a holy relic there. It's a couple of diamonds, which is nice. A couple of free cosmetics. A UR pendant, which is actually kind of nice. 3 SSR pendants. All of the other stuff is kind of meh, to be honest. Gotta be honest. But yeah, that's not too bad. Obviously, all of these boxes are going to give you the exact amount of materials that you need to make a collab holy relic. Just so you know, you can use these collab holy relic materials to build relics for previous collab characters if you missed out on those. So potentially, if you don't want to make the one for Beatrice because you're not going to use her, you could potentially use that one for Kyo or for Terry or whoever has a relic from a collab that we've already gotten at this point. But they give out enough of these relic materials to build the entire character sets, or the entire set of characters holy relics. So I don't know, maybe you're missing one because you didn't do enough events last time or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but you can use those for previous characters as well, just know that. King's Upgrade Material Exchange event is coming back as well, which is great because this is always a really good way to get just a ton of just free rewards and stuff like that. Love these. Boosting events, pretty much the same kind of stuff that they boost during the festivals. They're also going to be boosting here. So hero enhance, equipment salvage is maybe they do normally do that one. Actually, all shops are open, blah 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 blah, all of that normal stuff that they end up doing. Check-in reward hero selection event, so you will be able to choose between Emilia, Rim, or Echidna for the event duration. You'll be able to have those characters check you in and give you your daily rewards when you log into the game for the first time of the day, which is cool, I guess. Kind of weird that they wouldn't do all of them, but if you're a fan of any of those 3, you can definitely use those. New Hawk Pass, of course. We're still a Hawk Pass behind from JP, so this Hawk Pass has the Awakened Mono cosmetics in it. If you already bought cosmetics for her or anything, I'm still missing just the weapon is all I need from this, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm planning on picking that up. But the rest of this is pretty whatever. Like nothing too crazy. I mean, if you don't already have this Ludo CL costume, it was free a long time ago for some event that they did, I'm pretty sure. You can grab that if you missed it. New battle event, of course, so 2 diamonds there. A couple of miscellaneous things. Fix some bugs, it looks like. Improved association hero icons. Change the term of the fixed HP buff. Okay. Added 2 effects to the search skill. All stats increase or all stats decrease. Okay, well, that is pretty much it. Long patch notes, but it isn't it's a collab, so it was meant to be sort of lengthy. There's a lot of new stuff coming, but yeah, the new characters look cool. I have already been watching a pretty good amount of JP content and stuff on those to get a sort of feel for what I need to be doing for my characters and everything. If you have any questions or anything like that for specifics on anything or whatever the case may be, leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer it. If not, I might make a video out of it. I don't know if it's something big enough, but that is it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.